everybody, and welcome to video 6 in our Mermaid series. If you like this series of videos, be sure to give it the thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Head on over to the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group and the Junk Journal tutorial videos and projects Facebook group, and check everything out over there, and you'll have some fun. Okay, we're going to be doing page 5, and I don't think we're going to have time to get to 6, even though I have 6 ready to go. So I'll probably be recording both videos today, even though obviously you're going to see them a day apart. Now, because this project is going to be a video a day project, just like the previous couple of projects have been. So it looks like, at least for now, I'm back to doing a video a day, Monday through Friday. So for page 5, I'm going to add a flip out at the bottom, but not a double flip out, just a single one. So we're going to have to cut this to size. This is the paper we're going to use, which I need to ink. Let's see, let me move these papers out of the way so I can set those right there. And we don't need this right now. And we get into page 7, which is a little nutty too. Wait a minute. Look at this again. Did I not pick out a background paper? I thought I had. Oh, I went back and added this tag in, and I think it turned out real pretty. It goes in and out fairly easily, better than I thought. And then back here, we still have this large writing area. We haven't had a large writing area so far. And you may notice that I'm not going to get any blood on the book today. And remember, I've already got the big card in there. So did I not pick out a paper for page 5? That's no good. I thought I had, and I think I know which one it was. Look and see. Here it is. It's going to be this one. All right. Now that I've got everything straight in my head, usually I have them stacked in order. My hands are cold again. My rings are sliding around. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So let me ink this real quick. I've been inking this morning like a mad woman. I forgot to do this. And then we'll have to do this once we cut it to size. I'm inking it with the lighter color because it's a paper. Gosh darn it. I keep these little notes on my paperclip thing, and then I just erase the page number. Saves me from cutting up all those little 1 by 1 inch squares of typing paper. I do use some and throw them away, but the ones that say paper and the ones that say page I keep, because I can just erase them until I can't anymore. I think this is very pretty at the top. Now we're going to cut this to the width of the paper, and it's going to go at the bottom of the paper, maybe up just a little bit so you can see the blue here. So let's figure out our width. And that's going to be, let's make it a little bit shorter. No, let's not. I think I measured some stuff already. So we'll make it the width. Oh yeah, because when we glue it on, it's going to be a pocket. So now we're going to ink this. And there isn't going to be a center ink on here. I'm just going to ink this real quick. We're not making the double flip out like we are on page 6 and like we did on page 4. Let's see. We don't have to ink the back of this. We only have to ink this. I almost gave myself another nice big paper cut. Paper cut right there in the corner of your finger in the cuticle. Never had before. I guess it was just the angle. And I'm special. So I get special things and special treatment. You know, how you do. And of course, now I'm hungry. You guys must be eating breakfast too. It just isn't very dark. I think I did have to go back and do everything twice. To get the dark enough color. Oz, it's all right, bud. Yeah, that's the thing about this color. You can't really see it. If I'd realized that seedless, wilted violet was in between seedless preserves and villainous potion, because villainous potion was too dark, then I would have used villainous potion all the way through. This is nuts. All right, that's it. We're going for it. Okay, so now, of course, we're going to have to ink the... Did I ink this just a minute ago? Yes, I did. Okay, so now we're going to glue this on as a pocket on here. Come on, glue. There we go. Okay, so let's glue it on just like that. Okay, so this is going to be a pocket here. Then this is going to be our paper for the pocket. Oops. I got my work sweater on. It's a little chilly in here this morning. Okay, so we want to trying to get it over to where it's not quite as dark, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. I'm going to mark it here. I'll have to go by the shininess. And here. Yeah. I know what I didn't do. Because if you don't do this, then when you put the paper on, there's not enough color at all for the border. So now you get to see how I did it. It's a little barky this morning at the neighbor's dogs going up and down the stairs. Oz, come on, bud. And to be careful to not get it on the paper right here. To need it to go to the edge. Oh, goodness. What a pain in the patootie. Especially because this doesn't seem to be going on very well. I guess I should have cut this ahead of time. But I thought, oh, we'll cut it, we'll ink the edges. Didn't realize it was going to be a giant inking project. Okay, now let's cut this. Okay, it's a little wide, so let's trim this side. Let's trim the green off. Now guess what we get to do? Oh, and I just moved my... We get to ink. Well, that's what happens when you make it on camera, huh? Which is what these videos are. So we're making it on camera. And if you're going to ink, then inking this part of it. So I recorded 3 videos yesterday, and I'm going to try to do 3 today. We'll see. Probably do 2 this morning, like one right after the other, because I have the papers picked out. And then if my shoulder is going to hold up, you know, from all this inking, then I will do a 3rd. My rotator cuff problem is still persisting. For some reason, holding it down and inking with the other hand is bothersome. Ah, there's what do you call that? It's not a steering wheel, is it? Ship's wheel on that side. There we go. That's pretty. This is our Victorian fairy. So now when we open it up, we are going to do just another picture, which I didn't think about. I just love this so much. This is the pocket. What if I put it on the pocket? I didn't realize what I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing this morning at 2:30 in the morning. Yeah, we want that to line up so that blue. I can always print another one and make another hidden, I'll make a hidden pocket on top of this pocket. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll do that off camera. We'll do that on this page. That'll give us a double pocket. All right, so let's get this centered and get it on here. So we're going to cut it off right here. No, because we're going to move it down a little bit. Cut a little bit off the bottom. And we're going to cut this right above this. Or should I bring this down so we can put a word on it? It's not going to go all the way across, is it? Yes, it is. I really like this, but I like this idea better. Then once we get that, then we'll come back and get the height. Well, for goodness sake. That looks good. It's a little short. Let's cut it off right on the other side of that blue. Let's see. Cut it off a little. You need that on the other side. Yeah, that's good. Then we can line the two blues up. The words are so big that should be pretty easy to find something to put on there. Hopefully. This is a paper, so we ink it with the lighter color. maybe there'll be more ink on the lid. I was wearing this very comfortable, soft, black knitted sweater. Doesn't have any buttons on the front, but it doesn't need it. One of those. And definitely think I might put a button on that. But I was afraid. It's not quite right, is it? Okay, looks like I'm going to have to print out 2 of these. You know, it's crooked at the, at the bottom. Oh no, at the top. And we're going to cut this off for a hidden pocket. So we can use this for the hidden pocket. We just need a new paper for, because we can cut it off once the glue dries. We just need another paper for this. All right. So I went ahead and printed out the second page, and I went ahead and inked it or cut it and inked it and glued it down, which is where we kind of left off. So now we just need to make the hidden pocket. And I glued it on upside down, but that's okay. We can still put the word at the bottom. So we're going to, we know this is the right width. So all we have to do is decide how far up we want the pocket to go. We don't want it to go in the obvious spot. So we're just going to put it down a little bit from there. You go for the obvious empty spot, then it's much easier to see it. So I'm going to make it a 2-inch pocket. Which goes right across here like so. Now we're going to ink it, but we're only going to ink the outside edges to make it harder to see the pocket. If you put ink across here, then obviously you'll be able to see right where the pocket is. So we'll ink the outside. This is the side that was crooked. And then we're going to glue it as a pocket. Well, that worked out all right because that's where the glue was already. It was around the outside because it was on the top. So let's glue this on like I had it just a second ago. Line up the shells. There we go. Well, this one isn't lined up. Since this was a teeny bit crooked across the top, remember it was the top that was crooked, then I had to kind of finagle and glue that on. Kind of crooked. All right, so there's our hidden pocket. Now, that gives us our picture for here. Which is going to be this lovely lady. And we're going to glue her on. Right here. Oops. Now, since these little 3/4 inch marks have been having this paper added to them, I could have done that here and it would have matched the rest of the things, but I don't think it would have matched the way these two flaps are, so I'm not going to cut it that way. Let's see where my pencil marks are. I have to find it in the light. There it is. Now see, should have put it up just a little bit higher and moved this down a little bit more, so I didn't cut the jellyfish. But we're going to leave it the way it is. And we are going to cut just a touch off this side. Make it the right width. Which is basically, we're going to cut that pink off. Darn it. Now, if I wanted to, I could make a hidden pocket going this way, which isn't a bad idea, but I'll do that off camera. And it looks like we'll have enough time to start page 6. Don't really like cutting them up. But I don't really want to. I guess I could have a 30-minute video. Ta-da, right? Or we could make the card. Now the glue is working, now that we're on the last thing that we need to glue. Oh well, at least it's working. There we go. That is so pretty. I don't know if I want to cover it up with a card. We got our double pocket here, or actually a triple pocket on this side. And we could make the top half of this image, I mean the opposite side of this image, the card. I'm going to take half of that. I'm going to cut some of the edge off just a little bit on both sides. I just so happen to have a extra of this paper still in the printer that hadn't been printed on the other side, and I'm like, what? So that's what I used to print this on. The reason I'm cutting a little off both sides is so that the lady, the mermaid, remains in the middle. Just a touch more. I'm just eyeballing this. That's why I'm having to do a little bit at a time off each side. We want it to go in and out easily. So this poor fish's tail is getting smaller and smaller. to me like there's a problem with the pocket. This should be correct. Okay, let's round the corners. What a pretty card that makes. Now the card will get inked in this darker because it's, to me it's considered ephemera. And besides that, I want to be able to see the inking. I've been doing all the cards in a little bit darker. We'll need 2 cards for here, and I'll do those off camera. Since I've been doing most of the cards, or I think all of the cards so far off camera, I thought I'd show you how to cut one down. Cut one down on both sides until you get it right, and then it keeps the image in the middle. Then we're going to take the back of this. We're going to find one of the stencils and put that on here to finish the back off. You can still write over it, but it gives it a little something something. Oh, I want a stencil in that color. This one's a real pain to stencil with. Do you see all these little loose pieces? So let's stencil a mermaid. Right here on the back. If you have trouble inking these with these little ones, you can hold your thumb there and just pull the brush across it. I've got my finger there so I don't accidentally catch the next thing over when I'm inking. You can put a piece of masking tape along the edge of the next picture over so you don't, catch it in your with your ink. Okay. Very nice. So that's our tag done. There we go. So now all we have to do is make 2 tags, or 1 tag, and then possibly a hidden pocket here. We could make a duplicate of this page and make that into the tag. I don't know though. I really like this image. This image. And then we've got this as the card, so I think this turned out really pretty. We'll put it in the book on page 5. Forgot about that and stood my glue up. Okay. And I didn't put a magnet in. Darn it. So we'll do that now. And that means I probably will put a pocket on there. That will hide the magnet. So I don't really want to put a circle there. So I'll have to print out another copy of this. Make the pocket. You know what I mean? No big deal. I was thinking about doing it anyway. Definitely did not want to use another dot. Can't believe all the magnets I'm forgetting. I'm usually pretty good about it. So that'll be this one. We have to do is page 6, which is the double of these, double flaps of this one. We're making our manila folder project fairly thick. We may put a tie on. I have to write that on the front and the back. I thought I had a magnet on there. It doesn't seem like they're matched up, does it? Seems like it should be farther over there. There it is. I don't know what happened with me over there. Now we've got it. That was pretty weird. Well, how pretty is that? Okay. I love it. I love using that as the tag or the card, whatever you want to call it. Very nice. And so now I have to put this little pocket on here. I'll just make a thin one. And then I'll just put some little tags in there so it doesn't cover the picture. That's what I'll do. Okay, so I'll go back and do that off camera. And that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next video. And that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, or I'll actually a half an hour for me because I'm going to have some cereal. Okay, bye-bye.